Welcome to a brand new episode of Society and Pop Culture 101. I'm Instructor BK,
I'm Instructor Novacaine.
and we're going to jump right into it because on today's episode, we are talking about parenthood,
Woo!
aka the parent trap, as Novacaine said before I pressed record today.
Whoopsie. All right, so the reason why we're talking about this parenthood today is because, as you guys know, I am now a parent. Those of you who know me know that this is still a very huge shock on my life and my husband's life because that's just something we did not expect for ourselves. So I talked to BK. I said, BK, we got to make an episode talking about parenthood. We just have to. He was like, that's a good idea. Being as though he's been a parent for a way longer time than me. And
Yeah,
he's
it's been a
also
minute
one
now.
of and you're also one of the people that I look towards for like any type of parenting advice because you've done this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you're my big brother, so I always look look to the good ones.
I'm glad I'm a good one. I'm
The
glad
good
I'm in
ones
that category.
and the like-minded ones for, good parenting advice. So my first point I wanted to get through was what I looked at parenthood before I was pregnant. Okay, so of course it wasn't for me. I'm just like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like, God bless everyone that does do it. I always told myself that I was going to be the overachieving auntie, that rich auntie that, like, most of my nieces and nephews are grown anyway. So it's like we could go out for the weekend, go party, I'll pay for everything. They ain't gotta worry about it. That type of auntie, right?
Greatest auntie ever.
Greatest auntie ever. And then like I still have like a couple of young ones. Same thing with them though. Pick them up for the weekend, go out afternoon, show up to their school stuff, things like that. Simple stuff. You know what aunties do. So I also was looking at parenthood like a job. I didn't really look at it like the loving and the nurturing and having basically to set up a human being for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So that was never a thought of mine. I knew that there was a lot to go into parenthood. I just didn't know how much. So that was basically my initial thoughts of parenthood before pregnancy.
So the interesting part of that, of course, we kind of teased you a little bit when you first told us you was pregnant because I'm like, not you. Out of all the people, you. It
First of
was
all, everybody thought I was trolling.
I as well because you're like a really good troll. Like
Thank
I
you.
was eight, I was like, is this April 1st? Like
April. It wasn't April. It was March when I told y'all. It was real early. When I told y'all, it was real early when I told y'all. It was March.
man, I looked at my wife like this message I just got, it can't be real. This she must be joking.
I should
But
have put
no,
my
no,
face next to the pregnancy test.
you should have. You should have. That would have made it a little bit more believable. But
Even my sis, I sent her the picture. She was like, "This ain't for you."
see, you too good. You too good. Oh, but I
It's
think the
nice.
thing that stood out to me from that your whole beginning here was the parenting as a job. Um, I know because a lot of us always say it's a job. Um, it doesn't necessarily feel like a job,
Hmm.
but it feels like a job, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Because you need, especially earlier on, you make schedules for yourself. There's the biological schedules. There's the kid schedules. Like right now, where I'm at in my kids' life, they're teens. So when they need to go, I gotta go. So
Hmm.
my schedule is wrapped around their schedules, and it's only going to get busier because I know I just say this now out of the way. Me and my family are about to invite another new one to the family. So that was the secret announcement. Well, not really a secret, it's like an open
It's
secret
on the
at this point.
yeah, it's an open secret. It's not a secret
But
secret, but
we didn't tell you guys yet. So yeah, we're about to have another baby over here too. And before anybody say, why is your wife not here? She don't like to be on camera. She likes to keep it low key.
she was on the
Um,
show before though.
mm-mm,
She was the producer of that one episode. Remember?
that one episode, but she wasn't like on the show.
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
yeah. So it's very busy. It can become very tedious. It can even become mundane, which is where I was at with the whole parenting thing, like a couple of months ago, where everything gets overwhelming. But all in all, it's probably one of the greatest honors of my entire life, and I wouldn't trade any of it for the world.
Yeah,
So while it does feel like a job at times, it's like this person is growing and they're becoming the people that they're going to be in the future. And it's one of the coolest things to be a parent and cultivate that.
yeah.
And it's like you put your water on the seed and you just watching it grow with
Watch it grow.
wherever those branches go is you've done your part. Anyway,
Hmm.
that's just how I see
I would definitely agree to that. Even though I'm still really, really early in my parenting career,
it.
I will definitely agree to that. That you just watch your child grow. Like, um, quick vulnerable moment. My baby girl came 7 years, Lord Jesus, 7 weeks, 7 weeks early. We knew that she was going to be pretty much on the earlier side than closer to the due date, but it's still something that you can't fully prepare for. And I don't know why people think that you could be fully prepared for a child even during the due date. Like that's one of those things. Like I was asked a lot, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" I guess. Like,
I
and
don't
then
know
it's like
anybody that was actually ready.
no one, you're never ready for that because it's something you've never experienced before. Even if you've had, I feel like even if you have one or two children, the next child is not going to be the same. They're all different. Like they say, pregnancy is different every woman. Each pregnancy per woman is different. Each child is different. So you're going to have just a different experience every single time.
The thing that I struggled with the most, the thing that I struggled with the most was realizing that my two kids are different people.
Mm,
And because you kind of you you cultivate one to go into one direction, and then you try to implement those same rules and feelings and emotions. You think the second one would be similar, but in reality they are just different people.
mm-hmm.
And like you said, you have to learn how to parent all over again. The first kid is not going to do the same thing the second kid does. I mean, and I knew that. I have three other siblings, and we are
Completely
three,
different.
four totally different people. So,
Y'all completely different. Like you wouldn't even think y'all had the same mom and dad.
I mean, aside from my older brother who has a different mom, we all have the same mom and dad,
Yeah.
and we are diametrically different people.
Yeah.
So, it's the most obvious thing that you don't think about until
Yeah.
you like, dang, my children are different from
Yeah.
each other. Like, what's going on?
But like you said, you had to think about it like in your own household growing up.
Yeah.
Cause like for us, for me and my mother's children, we all was raised like in the same household, but we're all completely different. Our we don't have we may have a similar sense of humor, but we have different styles of sense of humor. We have different styles of fashion. We have different taste in music. All of this is pretty similar, but there's all different. One thing I will say
Yeah.
that all of my mom's children, we all are wrestling fans. That's one thing I will say.
the
We
the
all
one
enjoy.
trait that passed down
Yeah.
completely is the wrestling.
And guess what? My mother doesn't watch wrestling. She's never been a wrestling fan. My grandfather was.
Wow. Mm,
My grandfather was. My mama, no, she didn't care for it at
mm.
all.
Oh man. You know what? Moms don't seem like the type to be into wrestling though. She never gave me wrestling fan vibes.
Nah, nah, she doesn't get that at all. She doesn't get that at all. But that goes into my next point with, everything is going to be different. People asking me, am I ready, and things like that. So the initial shock of pregnancy, like every day up until mid second trimester, I was waking up, oh wow, I'm pregnant. Every single day, okay? Mid second trimester. So, for those of you who do not know, pregnancy is 3 trimesters. You're pregnant for up to 40 weeks. That translates to 9 to 10 months. Technically 10 months, but we'll talk about that math thing later. And your trimester is like every 10 to 12 weeks. So, I was about week 22 when I stopped waking up every day, and it was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Like every single day, and I had to learn to be pregnant. Like I couldn't carry certain stuff anymore. I had to make sure I wasn't stressed out throughout the day. I had to eat a certain way. I had to make sure I intake this much water. I like drinking wine. I didn't drink any type of wine during my entire pregnancy. Everybody knows I'm
Hmm.
a THC connoisseur. I indulge in the cannabis, left that alone completely. But it was like a really different change in me. On top of during my first trimester, I was really sick. I know I shared this with you, but I was really, really sick. Like I had to go on medical leave from work because my body just wasn't doing the things that it was before. Like pregnancy changes everything. And when I
Yeah.
said when they talk about it, and I've always been interested in pregnancy ever since I was like 11. I used to
Hmm.
watch the Baby Story on TLC. I used to always be around pregnant women, and I just learned so much. Pregnancy is one of those things that you really don't understand until you go through it. And I feel like parenthood is the same thing. You don't really truly understand it until you're going through it. That applies for a lot of things, honestly. Depression, homelessness, a lot of different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the way that they described it is nowhere as close to what I went through at all. It was like to the next power. So, um, I was just shocked. I was really, really shocked up until I started feeling her in my body on the regular. And I think that's why I woke up every day like, oh, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Because it's like you don't feel the kicks right away, of course. You don't feel the baby moving right away. But when I started to feel her moving, that's when it started changing up for me. So it stopped going from the shockness of pregnancy to, oh, I'm going to be a parent now. So then my brain started changing. I knew that I couldn't keep on reacting the way that I used to react. And
Hmm.
then I started thinking about my journey these past 5 to 6 years. Well, you've learned how to control your anger. You've learned how to talk to people better. You've learned how to deal with your emotions because we're all human. We all have emotions. And I think that was one of my biggest fears was I would take my anger out on my child. That was another reason why I thought that it just was never going to happen for me. Um, because I didn't want it to happen for me because I was so angry in life and I didn't want that to translate over into my child or children. Who knows? It's probably going to be child, but who knows?
Uh
If a second one
Take
comes,
it, take it from somebody who was like, we were done after two.
I know.
Here we are,
If
many years later. Many
many, many years.
teenage children I have.
Teenage, they halfway out the house.
Yo, look.
More, more than halfway.
What's funny is after the initial, are we not, are we excited? Are we not excited? We went through months of, do we want to? Do we not want to? We were
Hmm.
firmly settling into the nah, maybe not. Not
Maybe not.
not in this climate of a world. Maybe, maybe it's a little crazy, but
Not in this economy. Nah, facts.
obviously God had other plans.
Hmm.
And the initial shock, even with number three, is like, wow, we're about to be parents again.
3. Of 3. Y'all
And
gonna be a
we
family of
got
5.
we got that long stretch in between
Hmm.
vacations of me. I was like, soon I could take vacations and no children. It doesn't even matter. They're gonna be in college, and I'm gonna be the traveling old dude, just in his
First
fifties.
of all, you're
Just
not old. You're
you're
not
right,
old.
but I'm like, I'm gonna be in my late 40s, early 50s, out here living life with my wife. It's gonna be
Right.
great. It's gonna be amazing. And I'm like, and now I'm 18 years back in the trenches.
There it is. There it is.
But
Back in
I'm
the
okay with it.
trenches.
Like, I'm really excited, honestly.
I'm excited for you guys.
But I think the cool thing about the new baby is we're all finding out um insecurities and blind spots gearing up. So it's like, because when you're, quick tangent, when you're married and you and your spouse talk, and you've been together as long as I've been with my wife, you tend to learn new things,
Yeah.
and you tend to learn new emotions,
Mm,
and you tend to evolve in the way you deal with things.
yeah.
So bringing in a new baby after all the work that we've previously put in for years is exciting and kind of scary at the same
Yeah.
time, because
Yeah.
now you're like, I see how my other two kids operate. How will this one fit in?
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
it's going to be happy times, but you also know that you've had previous 15, 16 years of rough moments too there, and dealing with society outside of that. So it's like, all the experience I already got, I already know what the bad side looks like, and I'm still learning a lot of the random, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming. So this is, it's gonna be cool though. I'm excited to see what the future looks like. While we're in the midst of this conversation, we got the homie
Oh,
JB coming through. Class, welcome JB to the show. Instructor
welcome, welcome,
JB,
welcome.
gym class teacher.
Yeah, gym class hero.
Funny than a mug, young.
So right now we're in the middle of a conversation talking about parenting
Hmm.
and the changes that comes along with it. And I was just expressing some of my fears of having the new baby that's on our way into our life.
Mm.
But we're really
Mm.
buttoning up that conversation actually.
Yeah, because there's definitely a lot of fears. That's what I will say. There's definitely a lot of fears, but what I've been coming really close to is that my faith in God is going to carry everything away. Everything is all
True.
going to fall into place. Even even with the pregnancy, like certain things I would like, oh, what is this? What is that? And then out of nowhere, things just fall into place because God's like, "Hey, chill out, Mo. Like, put put your daggone brakes on. I got it. Like, it ain't on your time, it's my time." And that's something that I have to continue to remind myself is that it's all in God's timing.
Man, you know how I know y'all gonna be good parents? I don't even know like what y'all covered to this point, but I know how I know y'all gonna be good parents. Well, I mean, BK, I already know you are. I already
Thank
seen
you.
that. Like, I already seen that like in
You seen
action.
that? Yes.
Like, I already seen that in action, like up close. Like, good dad. But yeah, but you being a good dad to this new baby, and Nova, like Novacaine being a good mom, a great mom to the new one. Um, both of y'all are like extremely caring people, and like y'all are very aware of the traumas and the pains and the hurts and the things that y'all didn't like growing up, and y'all have the awareness and the mental fortitude to want to break those cycles that are feeding into them, like whether
Mm-hmm.
it's with your siblings or with your mothers, your fathers, your uncles, or whatever, hell, even your friends. Like both of y'all have this, like the awareness to know better, to do better, and to know
Mm-hmm.
that not to reflect it upon your kids. So BK, it's already reflected in your kids. This new one I ain't worried about. No, Novocaine, like it's the same. It's gonna be the same way with you.
And that's
Yeah.
what's going to be my next point with God's timing, right? Because if this was the plan the entire time, I know for sure me 10 years ago, I couldn't have been no mom. I definitely
Mhm.
wouldn't have
Facts.
been a mom because first of all, I wasn't a good person 10 years ago. So me being a mom, how was I going to make that work? And I always told myself that if I was to be a mom, I wouldn't want to be that person. I always wanted to have a
Mhm.
husband. I always wanted to have like a secure family, tight knit. My husband and I are super tight knit. We've been that way for a long time now. We both have good careers. We're both like trying to exceed even more. We both have like this new ambition that I don't
Mhm.
know where it came from. Maybe COVID. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah,
always been there. It just had to get unlocked. Who
yeah,
knows?
y'all always been tighter than clenched butt cheeks.
Amos.
Yo, yo, yo. You know, I will say on the God's timing part, a lot of times I heard somebody say, God prepares you in those moments when you're like not at your best. Your everyday life is when you're being prepared for something bigger. And
Mm-hmm.
everything you've
Mhm.
done up to this point, all the personal work, all the work on your relationship, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You guys right now in this moment are probably the tightest I've known you guys to be,
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
and the the most loving. The way you talk about the baby, the way I hear stories about you and old buddy over there talking about the kid. Like I'm like, man, y'all was born for this moment.
Yeah.
Like, but you just never know until it happens, you know.
Until that happens. You never
Mhm.
know. You never know. So
And
now I'm just excited to see how far this is going to go. Like I love the baby stage. I don't know why people I guess it's because of the sleep deprivation that comes with the baby stage. But
that's the
other than
hardest part.
that, yeah. Other than that, like I don't even want to go back to work yet. Like, I just want to be in the house with her. We take our walks on a nice day. I get her, put her in a nice little, cute little outfit, take her pictures, and just call it a day. It's real cool. Now, when she starts walking and talking, okay, she could go to school. Like, all right, get out my face. Give mommy a little break. Mommy deserves a little break. But the baby stage right now, I can understand, why a lot of
Hey
people,
man,
and
do little girls
even, hmm?
do little girls be destructive as little boys? Because my nephew is like
Yeah,
Godzilla in Tokyo right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
That's just a baby thing, man. They
that's
gonna tear
amazing.
they gonna tear some stuff up now.
Yeah, yeah, because he almost won, right?
Yeah, he'll be one next month.
Yeah, yeah, he at that stage. So between like well, for all of my nieces and nephews between 8 and 12 months, that's around the time where they start really, really exploring and figuring it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
right.
really interested to see how my daughter is gonna go, because even now I can see it in her eyes that like she can't really reach yet. So it's like she like, and she give me and Kevin. She'll give us a side eye, and then she'll like turn her head, and then her eyebrows will go up, and I'm like, "What you thinking about?"
Oh, that's
And then
you.
her little hand tried to start reaching. I remember when I had first came home with my hair done, and she looked at my hair. She was like, "What?" I said, "You want to touch it? It's done, girl. It's done." And she's like, and real soon, because she's 11 weeks now, so real soon she's gonna be reaching on her own, and that's gonna be a whole nother thing. I'm excited to see how much parenthood is gonna push us and how far we're going to go with it. Like I want her to be a cheerleader. Y'all know I was a cheerleader, so I would love for her to be a cheerleader. Let's see if she
Yeah.
make me a cheer
Yeah.
mom. Let's see.
I mean, so
Uh,
far, like from what we know about her, like that apple fell straight down on your ass, straight down.
Like she might look like her daddy, but that attitude is me. Like
You.
she can make all the faces like her daddy. She could look like that man, but the attitude so far is straight me. All the feistiness, everything. I just be like, okay, sis, I see you. I'll even be talking to her
so
like, calm down. It's okay. You're just a baby. You don't even know how to do this yet. You're just a baby.
so JB, you came in and you said that we have the awareness,
Oh, snap.
which is true,
Mhm.
most of the time. But I found out that recently here that even I, because I don't never consider myself to be perfect, I don't want to make it seem like I do because I don't. There was a huge blind spot that I missed just by accident completely. So, long story short, me and my daughter, very similar, right? Like very similar.
That's your little twin.
Um, we like the same things. Um, we share the same jokes sometimes. We're watching the same TV shows. We like the same video games. We theorize about things. It's my little blurty girl, and I love her. So with my son, he's a little less outgoing than the rest of us are.
Mm.
Me and my daughter are. So he's more introvert. And, for months, we ask him, hey, you want to hang out with us? You want to do, random stuff? And he's usually like, no, I'm go to my room. And, after a while, you ask them once, the older they get, because they get frustrated when you ask them the same question too much. So you ask them once, they say no, you let it ride. So recently we were all having like this family meeting conversation thing we were doing. We were just all talking, and it was brought to my attention that I don't spend enough time with him.
Mm.
And it's not by design. Like it was because he didn't want to do the things, certain
Mhm.
things, a lot of, and after a while you go blind to it because you like, oh, that's just his personality, that's his quirk. He don't want to hang out. You let him do his own thing. So I didn't want to force him or anything like that. And I'm not blaming him by any stretch of the means. That was on me. That was a father missing the mark on
Mm.
not hanging out with
Mhm.
his son too much. And I'm okay with saying that now because I definitely um it hit me a little bit. I was like, yo, I didn't even notice, you know? And so for the past couple of days, he and I have been very intentional about doing things. It might be a couple hours. We played SAR. I won twice. He beat me once. Um,
You just had to slip
you know,
that.
I had to slide that in there real quick. I had to slide it in, just saying, SAR was my game growing up. It's still my game.
Sorry,
Anybody can get it.
sorry, is that board game?
I hope you
It's
better at Star than you are at Smash Brothers.
So it's just a lot of times as parents, we
Nova,
get
fix your
to a
face,
point.
yo.
I don't think he heard you.
No,
I
I
don't think.
didn't. What did he say? No, what
Say
did
it
he
again.
say?
Say it again.
You
I
say
said,
it again.
I hope you better at sorry than you are at Smash Brothers.
Oh, 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 oh. I should have ignored it. I should have continued
See?
to ignore. It's all good. It's
See?
all good. A few years ago, JB came to my house and legitly wrecked shop in Smash Bros. Like he ran the circuit with my entire household, all except for my wife. I think I don't think she played,
She
but
didn't play.
me and the kids were just getting thrashed that day, and he ain't never let me live it down. But if we were playing something else, I don't know, Mortal Kombat, probably
I
wouldn't have
mean,
went.
we
You
can
know what I'm
run
saying?
it. We can run it one of these days. But we talking about you and fatherhood right now. So
But yeah, what I was saying was, as a parent, sometimes we allow our kids to have the moments to themselves, and then those small quick moments of we'll do it later or we'll do it next time, that time just stretches out and it stretches out and it stretches out, and then you lose everything in those moments. Like you don't get that time back. So as a parent, we have to be careful. We have to start paying attention, especially if you have multiple kids. When one gravitates to you, you just kind of get used to it, and then you
Mhm.
accidentally miss out on moments with the other kids. By no means is my son neglected. It's just I didn't realize he wanted that time because of how
Yeah.
he reacts to things sometimes. And so that was on me. I should have been checking for it a little bit more.
I mean, that's an easy to miss. That's an easy thing to miss. Because when I was coming up, after a certain point, I was a lot like your son was, and it wasn't that I didn't want to spend time with my family. Just that my family didn't really spend taking active interest in things I was actively interested in. So it might seem like I'm
Yeah.
introverted and I don't want to like be around them, but it's like I want to do this thing over here, and nobody around here is interested in it, so I'm going to do it by myself.
And I think some of that is where it is. Um, and another thing is we got so busy here lately.
Mm.
And again, not an
Mhm.
excuse. It's just a reality of what it was. Um, I'm trying to make things happen on one end. Mom's trying to make things happen on the other end. Um,
And y'all
daughter,
family dynamic about to change.
the
Mhm.
dynamics about to change. Daughter got her things going on, and somewhere in there, even though my son is with us a lot when we go, it I think what happened was he just got lost in the shuffle
Mm.
of doing things that we were doing that he wasn't interested in. Like JB said, he wasn't interested in it, but rather than just vocalizing that, he internalized it. And
Mm.
I didn't think to even say, hey, what do you want to do?
Mm.
Because everybody else kind of just rolls with whatever goes on. But I think he's a lot like me because I usually just kind of roll with the punches on certain things. And I am just now learning how not to roll with the punches.
Even though he's an introvert and don't want to do the things you want to do, he rather would like want you to do nothing with him.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
probably
like
a
he just wants to do
huge test
nothing,
of that.
but he wants you to be around while he's doing nothing.
Yeah. And I think there's also a level of wanting me. You know how you just want people to know you're there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He never said this. He didn't vocalize this, but I'm just speculating. There's probably a level of I want to be sure that I belong.
Yeah.
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 I don't know how much of this conversation I'm gonna keep in the show, but
Cause you come into that realization right now. I like when we have conversation and it's like you don't really know it until you say it out loud.
mhm.
And then it like hit you like a ton of bricks. Cause that's the face that you just had, like, oh shit.
Again.
in
It's
real
what I
time.
went through as a
Um,
kid. I kind of went through a little bit of that too. Um,
mhm,
I was so different from the rest of my family, and
mhm.
even
Mm.
now, like most of the time, they can't make out what to do with me now. You
Yeah.
know, so I had to build my own family that understood me, which is where you guys can't come in. Like I
Yeah.
Yeah,
know it was an organic type of thing, but that's basically what happened. Is like I have my family, I love my family, but they don't get me like you guys do
it's that
Yeah.
chosen
because
family.
yeah,
Because
and
I
we
think
all
it's safe
have
to,
similar things we went through.
yeah, I think it's all safe. I think it's safe to say that all three of us kind of like had a similar experiences growing up where our families treated us a certain way, and
Mhm.
we end up choosing who we end up choosing, and that's how we came upon each other.
That's just how it is. Yep.
That's just
Yeah,
how it is.
That's
And
just how it
that's not
is.
for everybody. It's not for everybody, but it's the way it works for us.
yeah, yeah.
They'll
And
be alright.
we can
Yeah.
go extended period of times and not even talk to each other. Then
Yeah.
we link back up
Mhm.
and it's like,
Nothing
oh,
like
okay.
no time has passed at all. I said how
Oh,
okay, let me say what I'm looking forward to. I
okay.
touched on it a little bit, like her being a cheerleader. That's very, of course, that was a no brainer. If you know me, you know I would want my daughter to be a cheerleader. But I do want to make the best choices and the best mistakes so she
Mm.
can become a good, decent human. Nobody's perfect. She's not going to be perfect. I'm not expecting her to be perfect. But if I can see that she's becoming a decent human, then I know I did my good job.
You said something when you said like the best mistakes.
They're going to happen.
True.
Hmm.
We
You
But
got
you
to
said
cannot
make,
the best ones,
we
but it said the
got
afford.
best
to.
ones.
You're the best ones. Because the best mistakes come with the best lessons,
Mm.
True.
you know?
I think the most interesting time and probably the most important time important moments you're going to have with your kids, at least it was for me, is those moments where they mess up and you you do your discipline thing, you tell them where they went wrong, but you make sure that they understand that this is a mistake you made and we're going to move on from it. It's not the end of the
Hmm.
world. It's just a moment in your life. And after this mistake is over, you're gonna take your lumps and you're gonna grow from it. You're gonna move on, and then you're just gonna be on to the next thing.
Mm.
Remember what happened in this moment. Don't do it again, and move on to the next thing.
And move on.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And that's the best advice I ever got from my sister cousin. Um, Shout out, she know who she is. She told me the best advice she gave me was your kid, they're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna be mad, but after you discipline them,
Gotta
move
move
on.
on. Gotta move
You give
on.
them they after you give them whatever punishment they gonna get, move on. And
Hmm.
Mm.
that is the one thing that I have been trying my best to parent by. Get in trouble, you get your punishment, you move on. You might lose your game or you know what I'm saying, something
Phone
along those
privileges.
lines. You your
Mhm.
TV might be gone for a night or two, but after that, it's dead.
Let's move
It's
on.
done. It's done. We're moving on. Now, if you bring it back up again, then I gotta discipline you again. And then
Mm.
That's
after that,
but that's
we
on the
moving on.
child at that point.
Not on me. Never hold a grudge.
Never hold a
Never be
grudge.
that parent. Don't be that parent. And that's
Mhm.
my bit of advice. Don't hold a grudge. Don't be that parent, man. Because
Hmm.
they will remember it.
Yes, they
They
will.
will remember
Mhm.
it.
Way better than you. And
Because
Mhm.
let's
we
all
remember when
remember.
our parents.
That's what I was about to say. Our brains were a lot sharper than theirs because we were younger. That's just how nature is, you know?
Mhm.
So why
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it work the same
Mm-hmm.
for our children?
I will
Yep.
say, I'll say this about both of y'all as parents. Nova, you know, what I'm saying, got new to the game, like the new kid on the block or the parental
New kid
block.
on the block.
Um, I don't know. I just seen like firsthand like this influx of wisdom in you, like over the last couple of months. Like it's just like the change is just undeniable in you. And as long as I've known you to who you are now, I've seen you make the most leaps and bounds on your person within the last few months than I have in the last few years. And that says something because you come a long way.
All
Like
true facts there.
now on the
Both of
on
y'all.
the
The both of y'all.
now on the BK tip, you know what I'm saying? Like you genuinely make fatherhood look fun.
Mm,
You like you like an Alabama like you know Cliff Huxtable without the sweaters and the
Oh my.
allegations.
Amo. Without without what? Without the sweaters and
Without
the
the
what?
sweaters and the allegations. Nah,
Thank
man,
you for
you
saying without
you
the allegations for sure.
Heavy. Heavy on that.
hey man, I should have said you really like Robert Townsend in the Parenthood for real, because that's really how you
Oh,
roll. But yeah, you a dope dad. You make it look fun. You make it look interesting. You make me look forward to wanting to being a dad one day. So yeah.
Sweet.
So
I gotta do the award show thank you post with the hands.
It's
all
giving
right, man.
Solo Sokoa. It's go. I mean, giving Jacob Fatu. That's what it's giving. I love
Got
you,
tribal
I love
chief.
you,
Solo.
BK. I
I
love
love
you,
you.
BK. I
I
love you,
love you.
Nova. Acknowledge you.
And I will say this for you. And I would say this for you, JB. When you do enter the parenthood lifestyle, I already know you're gonna be a bomb ass daddy.
I hope
Facts.
so.
I already
You like the
I
know.
hope
greatest
so.
uncle of all time right now.
Right. Like
Yeah.
just you
Hey,
as
he
a
get to go home.
person. Yeah, the baby get
You the
that's the
gunkle
big
right now.
that's the biggest difference right there. James, I'm telling you. I had to hit you with the with the government, let me tell you. Brody, they go
And it's
home.
an amazing thing when they get to
They
go
They
go
home.
home
go
right now.
home.
But I think that you're gonna be a amazing dad. The same things that you have praised us for, you hold in yourself.
True facts
And I'm
there.
really, really excited to see whenever you guys decide. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if y'all not trying to have a baby in 2025, we've had this talk because
I say
everybody
wrap
getting
it up.
pregnant.
Wrap it up.
Listen.
Wrap it up.
Right,
America. Wrap it up.
America, America.
America.
Wrap it up. Right now, America, you do
Because let me
What
definitely
the
tell
gotta
hell,
you,
wrap it
America?
up.
so there's this running joke that I've been having with a lot of the women in my life because every single woman that has went to a party or a club with me in year 2023 has been pregnant in the year 2024.
Dang,
Your
you
wife
good luck
included.
truck for pregnancy.
Your wife included, BK.
I know. I know. We was in
That's
Vegas in the club.
wild.
We were in Vegas and we was at the club. We was all at the
Mm,
club. And my homegirl that was at the club with us, me and her went to like 2, 3 parties last year. My good
mm.
girlfriend that I went to her birthday party last year. The 2 girls that I was partying with that I'm cool with. One of them I called my niece. One of them was like a friend of a friend, and she's my friend. So all of them gave birth this year, myself
So
included.
so
Your
America.
sister?
So America. I need
And
you
my
to do this
sister,
thing.
yes, my sister was partying with us in Vegas last year. Yes, and
That's
my
crazy.
sister.
America.
She
America.
she perpetually pregnant.
I need you to go and think about this. Do you know anyone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows Novacaine? Because if they do, you are like a 35% chance of
Thirty-five
being
percent
pregnant.
chance to get pregnant.
That's 33 and a third.
The further you away from the line, the lower the chance.
The
But if
lower the
you were
chances.
if you were 3, 4, 5 people close, if
Every
5 degrees to
single woman,
Novocaine, you're in
every single
danger right
woman,
now.
every single
You know
woman
how
has
many
been
people
The
pregnant.
was in
numbers
them
don't lie, and they
3
spell
clubs we went
disaster.
to in Nova? Do
What'd
you
you
know
say,
how many
BK?
people was in them clubs in Las Vegas? You were in the room. If you
If you were
We're
in
in the
the room,
club in Las Vegas in October of 2023.
that's it.
I might have some bad news for you
That's
or good
it.
news. Depends
Unless
on how you feel about it. Depends,
if they
you know.
didn't give birth yet. If they didn't give
Or if
birth
you
yet.
didn't give birth yet.
Hey man. Hey, I'm glad
If
me and mine wasn't at a party. We saw y'all.
I was already pregnant when y'all saw me, I was already pregnant.
He was already, yeah. You was in there.
I was in there already. I was about a good 12 weeks when I saw y'all? Maybe 14?
Hmm.
Yeah. I was
So
coming out
so
of
Yeah,
my first trimester when I
yeah,
saw.
we wasn't in club parking lot.
Yeah, we weren't clubbing. We weren't partying, that's for sure. But yeah,
so
every single woman I partied with last year, every
we
single
got
last one.
like 6 minutes left in this season. And
Yes, a
given what happened early November here, um,
My birthday?
I want to ask this.
yes.
I
Happy
want to
belated birthday,
happy
JB.
belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you, thank
Yes,
you, thank
we are fully in Scorpio season.
you. Jeets.
No, not your birthday. Let's real quick. I want to know
We don't
your
want to talk
thoughts
about
on
it.
him.
Oh
No,
God.
The dude
we
from
we
the
got
dude
it.
from the dude from
Hold
This
on.
is what he
I
always.
mentioned my
I don't
birthday
want
to
to talk
deflect.
about. Yes,
Hold
please,
on.
thank you.
Hey. I
Me,
seriously though. We all know what happened at the election, right? So
Hmm.
I want to know what y'all think
boo.
about Denzel Washington possibly coming to Black Panther 3.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Look at
I
Jay.
saw that. I like how you did that, BK. That was real nice. I like how you just did that because I just knew what you was
Boy, I
gonna hit
can't
us with.
stand your ass. Can I
I thought
stand
we was gonna be having. I thought we was gonna have to be talking about the trumpeteers and blowing the trumpets.
Oh,
Hey
oh
man.
man. No, we're
Hey
not talking
man.
about that though. I'm
We
gonna
can
tell
talk
you
about
how I
that when we
Hey
feel.
man.
come back.
I'm gonna just
Five minutes left.
I'm gonna just I just want to know when y'all ready to have an honest conversation about Ryan Coogler. When y'all ready to have an
Wait,
honest conversation, I'm ready.
is he supposed to be the director again?
Yeah.
Yes. We don't have time for your rant on Ryan Coogler, sir. We got
I'm
5
just
minutes
saying.
left
I mean,
in the season.
So what
that's
else
it.
they
You can
talking about for Black Panther 3?
We don't know. We just know that Denzel mentioned that he was being written into Black Panther 3. And he also mentioned that he got like 3 movies and then he's retiring. So
Okay. Well, congratulations to him. He has been
hmm
acting since before I think all of us were born.
you
So
for
can
sure.
yeah,
reckon
he was definitely acting before all of us was born. So for
that
him to
tear.
start getting ready to retire, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what
Exactly.
he'll do in a superhero film because me personally, I've always said that Will Smith was a better actor than Denzel because I feel like Denzel is the hey, I've said it. I said it and I stand by it. Sorry, not sorry, actually. But because I feel like the roles that Denzel has played, Will Smith can do, but I don't think Denzel can do what Will Smith has done. And Will Smith has literally been in every type of film and has been a different person in each film. I think Denzel has played angry black man in every film he's ever been in. I didn't
Wait,
see
that's a
Gladiator.
preacher's wife.
I didn't see I didn't see Gladiator 2 yet, huh?
Man, the preacher's wife.
Okay, he wasn't an angry black man in there. That was the only one.
Remember the Titans?
He was scary. He was angry black man and Remember the
Yeah,
Titans.
yeah. He kind of was angry black man in that one.
He was stern. He wasn't angry.
Okay,
Okay,
touche.
stern black man.
Yeah,
What's
he
the
said
other
he
But
was
word?
gonna
but
break his.
it's a
He said if
vein
you
to the
fumble
same
his.
thing.
He said if you fumble his football, he gonna break his foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you
John
gonna run a
Brown
mile.
and run that mile. Okay,
He
not
meant it.
angry. There's
Hmm.
another word I used to use. See that mom brain changes everything. Not stern. There's a word, an adjective around that bubble right there that I cannot remember what I used to call him. Not
I don't know.
devious. Something. But yes, stern,
So
angry, all of that wrapped into one in every film. I haven't seen
Crimson
Gladiator
Tide.
2 yet. So I
so
Crimson
can't.
Tide.
JB,
Yeah,
what
man.
are your thoughts on on Denzel being written into Black Panther 3. Denzel, because I know you want to talk about Ryan so bad.
I'm gonna have to call you for that because I don't even know where you going at
Oh,
with
okay,
this.
okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get it off your chest.
Real
But you
quick,
better
I
not
just,
go
I'm just,
7 minutes now.
you gotta
I just want
do
to
an
know. All
elevator.
right, man. I feel like we hold Ryan Coogler up to this immaculate standard of black directorness.
Who is
Ness,
we?
black people, Negroes, do
Oh,
that. When
I'm
really
the
though,
cat.
he low key might be some mid though. Low key might be some mid, and I'm being very nice when I say that. Wakanda Forever was not that good.
No, it
I don't
wasn't.
understand. I don't understand how you gonna double up on the heart shaped herb to heal this man from his sickness. Like if it didn't work the first time, we think it's gonna work the second time, and it's already in the system. But that's neither here nor there. And if you thought he was gonna die from a sickness, why didn't you freeze him like you did the Winter Soldier? Like these are just thoughts that I be having, and it's like no, you just had to commit to the death. You didn't have to. That was a business decision on the
I
personal
don't
stuff.
think that was the director thing though, JB.
Yeah, that was Disney. Disney gave him full autonomy to do what he wanted to do. That was a
Oh,
him
well,
decision.
Did
And
he say
instead
that
of
on the
doing
podcast?
anything else, and instead of doing anything else, he was like, "Hey, I want to honor my friend." So yeah, he deliberately took T'Challa out of the films because Chadwick died. Deliberately did that. He could have did anything else.
like you said, they could have put him on ice for a whole movie until they figured it out.
Anything else. But not only did you like confirm the death, you had him ascend to cat heaven, like literally, like in the coffin.
Oh my god.
Not cat
So
heavy though.
real quick on Disney, because I also feel as though like this spills over into the whole um Jonathan Majors. Like they could have
hmm
recasted Kane, but no, they didn't. They went through a whole nother thing. I think it's a black man thing personally. I didn't want to bring it up because I feel like that's a whole nother episode.
Dark
But
It
skinned
is.
black
It
man,
is. It is. Oh,
dark skinned black man thing.
dark skin black man thing heavy on dark skin. But they could have recasted Kane. They didn't. And now we're going with this whole Doctor Doom thing, which I'm not a huge fan of. But hey, that's their
I'm
choice.
waiting on the
Whatever.
swerve for that one. I'm waiting on the
We'll
swerve from
see.
that one.
We shall see, my brother. But I don't have high
So,
I
hopes.
don't even like Swerve. Sorry.
so what would you guys feel if Denzel is
Stop what you're
a
doing.
variant of Kang?
Oh, a variant of Kang?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think he could do it. Because he's angry black man. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I went there.
Of
I'm so sorry
course,
I went there.
right,
But
right back.
if
If
it's
he is
if
angry,
he could do it. He
Oh,
could be
yeah,
fine.
so
he a variant. I'm just gonna be wondering how the hell we even got here.
What if he's a variant? How did we get here?
I'm wondering how the, yeah, I'm
They
wondering
recast
how
his
did we get here? Like, how did
he can be an
we
older
get
version. He can
here?
be the oldest. He can be the main
Oh,
Kang.
yeah. But
Just
I thought that
In
was
older.
a
he.
Black Panther movie?
No, he who remains
Oh,
is
he dead.
definitely not the main Kang.
He's not the main king.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
nah, but
Oh,
he dead though.
Yeah, he
yeah,
gonna
he
go.
Yeah, he
gone.
dead as
He up
hell.
He
out of
gone.
here.
Yeah,
He gone.
he not gonna be in
So,
Loki season 3.
No,
so,
no, he not.
so
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you who I think Denzel should play in this movie. And it's
Who?
what I've been saying since we've been in Jamestown groups on Facebook since
Oh,
like
that's a
what's
long
that, like
time
20,
ago.
2013, 2014.
He about to spit.
I've
Drop
been
it on him.
saying that Sir Denzel Washington the First should be Blue Marvel because why
Uh,
not?
oh,
Not
oh,
only
Him as Adam
is
Brashear.
Blue
Perfect.
Marvel an older man in the future, in the present of the MCU, he will be older. But if we're getting what's the guy name in the Thunderbolts, the forgotten superhero, what's his
Century.
name, JB? If we're
For the
getting
century?
Sentry, yes, if we're
mm,
getting Sentry, and spoiler alert, I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a certain thing about Sentry that makes him kind of cool and why nobody knows he exists. If they could do that,
We could get Blue
then
Marvel.
we can get Blue Marvel, and then Denzel doesn't even have to be, because we can go back and tell the Blue Marvel story later how we got him here to where he is now, and they can cast a younger person in the role, and they can keep the Blue Marvel going, and it doesn't have to be Denzel. He can do his one and done, and then we can still get more Blue Marvel stories in a TV show or something. And then, because Secret Wars is right around the corner, they're just gonna delete everybody, and then we can just whoever that younger version of Blue Marvel is,
They'll be the
just
Blue
bring him
Marvel
to the.
afterwards.
It writes
Mm.
itself,
Mhm.
Kevin Feige,
BK.
sir. It writes
That
BK.
itself.
big
Like
brain
that.
activity, big
It
I
brain
could
like
be
that.
his
activity.
son.
I like how
It
you
could be
work
his
that.
son. Thank
Hmm
you, thank you. Do Denzel's
You see that?
son. You didn't
See that
cast him
dome
to
on him?
be Jon Stewart, so he's free to be a superhero. He's free. He's free. Use
Novacaine.
it.
You see that big? You see that shiny dome on top of his head? That's where all the
That's right.
activity, all the ideas at. He's shining right
Hey,
now. Look at that thing glisten right
hey,
now,
hey.
inside
It
and
did
I
glisten.
put fresh. I put that fresh on too. I was like, let me get
he,
that oil. 'Cause
he
I'm gonna
put
be
me
on
to
camera.
shame right now. He
Can't
put
look
me to
bad
shame
on
right
camera,
now.
baby.
He put
I
me to
tell you who my
shame
oil
right
man
now.
is. I tell you who my
Shame.
oil man is, so you can get up on it. But I
And
see you
you,
got the Morris Chestnut beard
Y'all
combo
so
going
stupid.
on.
Oh yeah,
Morris
JB. I was gonna say that at the end. I was about to say that where this beard, the little beard come from?
Listen. Hey, don't
I
tell
see.
Bad. Hey, you said that.
He got a
I
little
see. I
beard
was like,
action. He got some beard
she,
action going
she, she
on.
love she love Morris Chestnut. I'll do my little yeah.
hey, look,
Do my,
we was in the
who the
meeting.
best man? Don't
We
do
was in
that.
the CCN meeting earlier when he came on. I was like, oh, I see the homie up here with his Morris Chestnut getting on. I see you, bro.
You gonna do no shave November?
No.
You will
No.
still do that
Oh,
thing.
I
yeah,
gotta
that's
find
your
a
thing.
I gotta find a new barber out here. So I just figured let me get something that's gonna last a while.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got to end this season because while it was fun, it was a great season. We had
Mm-hmm.
some great times together.
Yes.
JB, we definitely got to thank you for filling in for Novacaine most of the season
Yes.
toward the end there.
Yes.
I
Definitely
love you,
appreciated
Nova.
you.
I love you, Nova. I acknowledge you, my sister.
Nova is Novacaine is the tribal principal
The
now.
tribal
So
principle.
um I really hate to end the season. It's gonna be
I
a long break. It's
know.
gonna I
It's
mean,
gonna come and go though.
you should be able to catch us over on the Culture Clash Network on YouTube and on those shows. We're gonna be collaborating with the bros over there. We're gonna be doing other things over on the Culture Clash Networks. We got some really great shows and specials planned over there. So when we're not doing our thing over here, we'll be over there doing some extra stuff, some stuff that we can't do on our show because of what we talk about here. So we'll be um talking about some things like more mental health, more parenting, more brotherhood and fatherhood and cool shoes and TV shows and music and movies, just a whole
Everything.
plethora of things. So make sure you
Everything.
follow us here on all our social media networks that we are a part of. Uh, Society and Pop Culture 101, Society PC 101, and make sure you follow the Culture Clash networks everywhere on
Everywhere.
X and Facebook and YouTube, especially YouTube. JB, plug your stuff, my guy.
All right, you can find me at JB versus the world as he's right over over there. Like spell it out, put it all together, stretch it out, smush it together like a s'more. And you say it together like a Tribe Called Quest on YouTube, Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Blue Sky. And if you want to argue with me directly, live on the Corrupt Bird app, you can find me at JBV The World because words just too long for it. And my central hub at JBVersusTheWorld.com. I love you, Solo.
I love
Um,
you so.
so random. Speaking of Blue Sky, Make sure you follow us over on Blue Sky as well. We
So
have
that's like
personal
the new
accounts
thing,
for
right?
BK Spades. Yes. Next season, the whole Twitter thing is gonna be dead for me. It was so peaceful over there on Blue Sky. I don't even want to be on Twitter no more. I'll be honest with you. So I probably dip as far as my personal profile goes to Blue Sky. I'm having way more fun over there. They just got like 1 million subscribers this in the past couple of days. So join us over there. Hashtag add the black sky so you can get on in that and some of that black sky talk because it be jumping over there. Black sky after dark. I'm just kidding. Um,
Yo,
I'm sorry. While I'm on it, make sure that you follow us on Good
what she look
Pods.
like?
Follow us on Good Pods. Make those numbers move over there. And it's a great app. You can chat, you can leave comments, you can recommend episodes and shows, your favorite moments from us. So go over there, follow us on Good Pods. Novacaine, let them know what else they got to do for us.
Make sure y'all subscribe to us on that good old YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell so you get those notifications every time we upload a new video. Also, you want to go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure y'all like and follow us on those. And you can also leave rated reviews. So you leave us those 5 stars and leave a nice little comment. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, good pies.
And Blue
No, you gotta
Sky.
say Spotify. You gotta say Spotify and Apple
I
Podcasts.
love you, Spotify. I love you, Blue Sky. We acknowledge you.
All right, man. I have been instructor BK.
I am instructor Novacaine.
I am instructor in your gym class teacher, JB.
And as much as it is a pain for me to say this, class is out. We'll see you
That's
next
out.
season.
See y'all next season.
Bye. Next
Love
semester,
y'all.
y'all.
Thanks for
Whole,
listening.
whole time, this is our first season as Society and Pop Culture 101.
Crazy, right? 20
We're
episodes. We did it.
we're
Crazy.
done. We done.
Congratulations.
We done.
Thank you. Congratulations to you too. You helped us get over that finish
Yes.
line.
Yes.
Hey, it's y'all, baby. I'm just here to help out because I love y'all.
Mhm.
I love
We
y'all.
love you. We love you too,
I
bro.
love
We love
Society of Pop
y'all.
Culture 101.
All right, y'all.
Love
We
you
up out.
guys.